March 25th, it says motion defendant dash owner seeking distribution of balance of funds. All right, well, you need to tell the clerk they cannot distribute that. That's practicing law.
I will, Judge. I believe that we did this because we downloaded it from another county.
Yeah, well, I know, and a lot of counties do that, and because the question, first of all, I don't know who this person is. I mean, she's listed as Joanna Blosser. It says was bowling, but we didn't get service on her, except by publication, as I understand, as I recall.
That was for the sale.
Yeah.
So what happened was after it sold, she saw it on Facebook.
Okay, so that's how she found out.
That's how she found out.
But I know you couldn't find an address for her.
We have looked
Yeah.
for her for
Okay.
years.
Well, Facebook's amazing. Yeah.
Right. A friend of hers saw it on Facebook and sent it to her and said, "Isn't this your place?" And she then contacted our office.
Okay. So it appears that she is. Now the question is, was the deed a survivor deed? Okay. There we go. Yes, okay, so she's a survivor of Mr. Bowling, so she would be entitled to 100% of the proceeds, yeah, okay. Now, my other question is this, and I tried to look at it real quickly. I'm also working on another decision on a magistrate's objections, so I've been tied up in that. My recollection is that, and I haven't practiced real estate law since I became a judge, obviously, but at the time when I left the practice, judgment liens were good for 10 years unless they were refiled. And in your complaint, you're alleging that you set forth the judgment in that case, but was there actually a judgment lien filed, do we know?
For the taxes?
No, I'm sorry. The mortgage that the Connor and Foley and who was the other one? Lucas. They sold the property to these people and took back the mortgage, and then apparently they sued them on it, on the note, I should say, and they obtained a judgment.
Was there a lien filed? With the judgment, there was no lien.
There's no lien?
That's all that came back in the title search with the judgment, not.
Okay, but the mortgage is still of record, right? Okay, so they obtained judgment on the mortgage, but they simply never executed.
Correct.
Okay, and so they didn't file a lien, so the mortgage remained. Okay, so then, so if there's still a mortgage against the property, if it were a judgment lien and it expired, then I'd say she's entitled to the property or to the proceeds.
Don't they have to answer?
Well, they did file an answer, or no, they did not. But we also have errors on Mr. Lucas. And let's see, did you get Mr. Foley served? Yeah, you did get Mr. Foley served. And you got Mr. Connor served.
We have service on everything.
Right, so they didn't file an answer, so yeah, they're in default.
Oh.
Interesting.
Ms. Hopkins spoke with them on the phone, and they said we have no interest in this mess whatsoever.
They don't, okay, so they're not, okay, so that's why they didn't file a response,
That's why they
okay.
didn't file a response.
All right. Well, then I'll order that the money be paid to Miss Foley. Or Miss Foley, Miss Blosser.
Ms. Blossom, do we
Bowling now, Blosser.
Did we provide you with a entry?
Don't think so.
We will do one.
Yeah.
For
So the balance after any additional court cost, first additional court cost, and then to the balance. And also, please instruct the clerk, do not hand these motions out, because if they file them and they're not well taken, they're going to say, well, this is what we were told to do by the clerk. I get that all the time. I keep telling the clerk, they're not supposed to be providing anybody any forms for anything. So, and unless they're standard forms from the Supreme Court. Yeah.
Well,
You can go off the record.